Creatively Faithful friends, this is Teresa. Welcome. I'm going to try not to do this so the top of my head cuts off. I don't really like this angle, but hey, it's the best I could do. Anyhow, hi, I am so excited. I am doing my April TBR. I wanted to do this in March to kind of unveil my new reading room and my bookshelf, my home library. Because I've told you for the last 2 years that I don't have a home library. And I really didn't. But my husband offered to, I'm out of breath, sorry. We decided to take out the bed in our spare room. I've told you this before because we only use it one time of the year. And I didn't decide, because this is my husband's room. He got to decorate this room is what I meant by my husband's room. As you can see by the duck picture above my bookcase. But I think we're going to remedy that. I think we're going to take that down and put up something different. So anyhow, I wanted to do this. As you can see right here, there are a whole bunch of wrapped up books. I wanted to do this to unveil this room and do my March TBR like this. But the room wasn't ready. The room got ready about the middle of March. So anyhow, I've got my iced coffee. Yum. I finally figured out how to make an iced coffee. Really good. So, and I have on my brand new shirt. It says Booktrovert. I got it off of Amazon. I'll leave it linked down below. So, and I don't know where I got this, but this is my Hello Sunshine little mug that sits. Oh, I do know where I got this. I got this at Home Goods. And this is going to sit, this sits on my craft desk in the spring. Okay, so I've got prompts in here. No, I don't have prompts in here. I'm sorry. I have numbers in here that correspond with 1 through 18. And that's how many books. Now, these are all books that I checked out of the library. And how I chose those is I have, several different lists on my library account. And I have been adding books that I really want to read, but haven't had a chance to get to my books for a blind. I have books for a blind video list in my on my library account. So anyhow, here's my mug, and let's pull for the first one, and we'll get right into it. This is April's TBR. So book number 16. Book 16. My husband wrapped up these books for me, so I have no clue what they are. I did select them and put them, and he went to the library and picked them up for me. He does all my library running. I don't drive anymore, so he does all my running and all that kind of stuff when I have errands that I would normally do if I drove. So this is book number 16. I have no clue what it is. So we will see. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we are going to choose 7. I might choose 8, but we're going to choose 7 for right now. Oh, yes. This is Aiming for Love, and it's by Mary Connolly. I think that's how you say her name. And it is book 1 in a series, Brides of Hope Mountain. And it says on the back, I'm not going to read the whole back. I don't like to read the whole synopsis on the back of a book or on the flap of a book. I'll read a couple sentences and then I stop. So that's all I'm reading. Josephine Nordgren is one of the 3 sisters who grew up nearly wild in southwestern Colorado. She has the archery skills of Robin Hood and the curiosity of the Little Mermaid. Fascinated but locked away from the forbidden outside world. A world she's been raised to believe she killed a world she's been raised to believe killed her parents. Ooh, that sounds great. Okay, so that's book 1 on my TBR. I should have made a spot for it, but I didn't. Here, let's make a spot for it. We'll push these books to the back. Those are my library books that are checked out already. And we'll stack it right there. Okay? And I don't know if you're close enough to see it or not. This was, let's see if we can make this closer. Adjustment. There we go. I hope that's okay. So then we're going in for a book number 2. And I have these on little pieces of cardstock. And we have book number 18. I'm going to stay at the end. Okay, book number 18. Oh, that one's upside down. And most of these are historical fiction because that's what I like to read. Okay, this book is The Curiosity Keeper by, who's it by? I can't see for the library. Sarah E. Ladd. I've never read from this author, or Mary Connolly. Okay, so this book looks very interesting. A Treasures of Surrey novel. I hope it's book 1. Sometimes I have a habit of doing that and not knowing what's book 1 or whatever. Okay, we'll find out. And it says Camille Iverness. Oh, that's funny. I live in Inverness. Camille Iverness can take care of herself. She's done so since the day her mother abandoned the family and left Camille to run their shabby curiosity shop. That is book 2 on our TBR. Dig down to the bottom. We have book 5. Here we go. Oh, I didn't mean to turn it around that way. I was hoping I would get this book. This is When Twilight Breaks by Sarah Sundin. I love her writing. I have read books by her. And this book is, of course, set in World War II. And it says, Evelyn Brand is an American foreign correspondent determined to prove her worth in a male-dominating profession and to expose the growing tyranny in Nazi Germany. When Twilight Breaks is number 3 on the TBR for April. I also have several annual readathons I do. I'll do those at the end. And readathons that I might participate in April. There's two. One I know for sure. The second one I am just probably going to loosely participate in it. Oops. Okay, book number 3. Book number 3. Okay, so here we go. Book number 3. I'll let you see it first. Oh, I was hoping for this book too, as well. This is book, I think book 2 in this series. It's The Secrets of Sweetwater Crossing by Amanda Cabot. I read book 1 2 years ago. In 2024, I read book 1. So it says, Doctor in training Louisa Vaughn is supposed to be in Sweetwater Crossing for only a few days to help her friend. She never expected to be swept up in a secret that could threaten her career and her heart. Yay. Okay, so we've got book number 4 on the TBR. So we have 3 historical fiction. One is kind of like actually we have 4 historical fiction. One is kind of like it seems to be like a fairy tale, kind of loosely retelling. And then we have a World War II novel. So, okay, book number 5. And we're hoping that some of these will fit on one of the annual readathons I am participating in. Okay, book number 14. Book 14. Here we go. I'll let you see it first. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books. Amanda Dykes, All the Lost Places. She was author of the 2020 Christie Award Book of the Year. Wow, I've never read anything by Amanda Dykes. Okay, so it's a dual timeline book. In 1807, when a baby is discovered floating in a basket along the quiet canals of Venice, a guild of artisans take him in and raise him as a son, skilled in each of their trades. And then 1904, Daniel Goodman is given a fresh start in life as the century turns, hoping to redeem a past laden with regrets. He is sent on an assignment from California to Venice. Ooh, yes. I like a dual timeline book. Okay, that is book number 5. Okay, I think we're only going to do 7. Because that one's kind of long. And I'm not so sure if any of these are going to fit in my annual readathons yet. Well, I'm not. No. I'll tell you what. After we go through all my annual readathons, then I will, which I'm going to have to pause and go in the other room and get them. I just printed them all out finally. And we'll see. Okay, book number 13. This is a hardcover book. Okay, we have book number 13. Okay, so we will, and I want to give a great big shout out to my husband for wrapping all these books for me, for helping me get set up, for all of that. OMG. I know what book it is just by looking at the back of the cover. I was so hoping I would get this book. But I have a preface to say once I let you see it. This has been all over BookTube. I don't have TikTok, Book Talk, so I don't know. It's Wild Dark Shore. Now, I'm prefacing this by saying that as you know, I mostly read clean Christian fiction and Christian fiction. Clean fiction and Christian fiction. I don't know if this book has anything in it that, would make me uncomfortable, but if I read anything and it makes me uncomfortable, then I will immediately DNF it. So I did read the synopsis thoroughly on this one before I decided to check it out. And I had to put this book on hold. It took a little while for it to come in. Dominic Salt and his 3 children are caretakers of Shearwater, a tiny island not far from Antarctica. Home to the world's largest seed bank, Shearwater was once full of researchers, but with sea levels rising, the Salts are now its final inhabitants. Until during the worst storm the island has ever seen, a woman mysteriously washes ashore. Does that not sound fabulous? Okay, so book number 6. So we're just going to do one more book, and then I'll go get my annual readathons. This has been so much fun. It really has. And I might actually, I think I'm going to do it. Okay. I'll tell you in a second. I might actually just make another video. I'll just have the same setting. You know, my prompts are already here. I'll have the same setting. I'll have on the same clothes, and then use the next one later on. Because like I told you, all of these are library books, and that way I can return them to the library, and I'll take a picture of them, return them to the library, and then, you know, I'll save that second video for the month that I'm going to decide to do it in. So, okay, book number 12. So this is the last one, and we have book number 12. Like I said, we got a lot of books at the end. Okay. So we are going to do that. We are going to do that. I was contemplating doing it. I was contemplating going and changing clothes and everything, but I don't have another Bookish shirt, and I really wanted to have a Bookish shirt. Hold on, I need to drink. That is some good iced coffee. I have no clue what this book is. Something Borrowed. Oh, it has a few stories in it. And I was kind of hoping to get one of these on it, because one of the prompts in one of the readathons I'm going to do has a short story or novella. This is a collection of 3 different authors with novellas. Something Borrowed, a historical romance collection. Rachel Scott McDaniel, Allison Pittman, and Susie Finkbeiner. And it says, In a Heart in Disguise by Rachel Scott McDaniel. When the Great War comes too close to home, Clara recruits Marcus, a childhood friend, as they search for answer. They also uncover love. Okay, that's the first short story. Then the next one is In a Letter to Eli by Allison Pittman. A letter reunites Betty with her soldier ex-boyfriend, now back in the States. Can the love they had before the war be rekindled? In A Daffodil in the Dress by Susie Finkbeiner. Kate and Ike have worked together since Kate's husband died in the Vietnam War. One day, Kate begins to look at him as more than an employer. Is falling in love again worth the risk? Let me know in the comments down below if you've read if you've read the whole book, if you've read any of those, and let me know which one you think I should read, because I'll only read one of them, and that'd be great. Okay, so we have Mary Connolly, Aiming for Love, Sarah Elad, The Curiosity Keeper, Sarah Sundin, When Twilight Breaks, Amanda Cabot, Against the Wind, Amanda Dykes, All the Lost Places, Charlotte McConaughey, Wild Dark Shore, and Something Borrowed by Rachel Scott McDaniel, Allison Pittman, and Susie Finkbeiner. So those are my 6, 7 books on my TBR. So I'll probably edit this part out. I'm going to go get my my papers for my annual readathon and everything, and we'll see. I'm putting my phone on top right there because I'm going to need it in a second. Okay. All right, so these aren't in any specific order. So one of the annual readathons I'm participating in is Jane Reed's channel. I'll link all the channels down below. Christian Fiction Bingo. And the prompt for April is healthcare worker and favorite genre. you've got 2 prompts, so you can fulfill both of the prompts, or you can just fulfill one of them. So I can fulfill one of them with favorite genre. I'm thinking that Against the Wind didn't that say? I'm thinking that one can fulfill the healthcare worker. We'll see. So then, sorry, I didn't show you that one. Here's the next one. This is Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails. Her Read with Winnie the Pooh annual challenge. And let's see. I am not sure what I need to do on here, because I've been trying. I know that I've done all of these because I've been trying to get a bingo in this one. I've done all of these. I've done all of these and all of these. So I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need to do 6. So, Oh Bother, a book you had to put on hold, will definitely fit. Because I put all of these books on hold before I got them. So that's what we'll cover up with that one. All right, next is Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day. And her prompt for April is the title includes a conjunction. Right here. Title includes a conjunction. Aiming for is a conjunction. So we'll plug that one in, Aiming for Love. I had gone through at the beginning of the year thinking I was doing myself a favor and picked out all of the books I was reading for all of these challenges. And then I really got into doing the TBRs, and, I realized, my TBR needs to also fit these challenges. So we'll use that one for here. Okay. And then we're going to save that one for last. The biblical reading and biblical retelling challenge by Cat Stories I'm participating in, and she has 1 word for each month. For April, the word is gospel, and I'm not doing the biblical retelling. I'm doing read the book of the Bible, and the only gospel I have not read completely through, from chapter 1 to whatever chapter, to the end of the chapter, just, and not skipping around and stuff, is the book of John. So I will be reading the book of John for that. Okay. And then that's it. I think I said we saved this one for last. And then I've got one more thing. Okay. So there is my 26 and 2026 books to read. How I came up with this list is I went on my library account and I went on my reading history, which is actually just all the books that you have checked out before. So, and I put books that I've checked out that I've never read, had checked out before. So these are the books that I have read that are on here. Some Like It Scott, I read in January. A Reluctant Bride, I read in January. And The Italian Ballerina, I read in March. And that's it. I must not have read any in February. Okay. So I have a spinner wheel that we're going to choose to see what we are going to read. Okay, I needed to update the spinner wheel. If it chooses that book, we'll just spin again. I didn't update it. So we'll I've got 2 spinner wheels in one spot. So we'll spin. We're going to spin the top one. and we're going to read In Love's Time. And that is, I'm not sure who it's by. In Love's Time is what we're going to read. I don't remove them until afterwards, just in case I don't get to them. Okay, that is all I have for you. No, that is not all I have for you today. I am so sorry. Okay, so I made for myself a spring bingo board. It is a lot, but it is for part of March, but I didn't really focus on it in March. For part of April, for all of April, and it's going to be for all of May, and then part of June. So when the spring starts. Spring starts on March the 20th and ends on June the 19th, I think, or June the 20th. So this spring bingo board is on my Buy Me a Coffee shop. I will have it linked down below. You can go over to my Buy Me a Coffee shop and download it for nothing. Just because it says Buy Me a Coffee, I don't charge for any of the files that I upload. But let's go over some of the prompts. Read a book on physical TBR you meant to read in the winter. That won't apply this month. Bloom, read book 1 in a series. Oh, that could apply this month because a couple of those are book 1 in a series. Listen to an audiobook. I don't listen to audiobooks, so maybe I'll challenge myself. Let me know. You know my preference, my tastes. I like historical fiction. I like fairy tale retellings. Let me know if you can recommend a really, really good audiobook that I could listen to, that I could also get for free. Okay, so read a book with a beautiful cover. Read a book with a pink cover. I don't really have books with pink covers. And get something fresh for your TBR. I know I'll do that because April is book shopping month. My daughter and I go book shopping, and we go every other month. And I'm just going to read one more. Read a book on the back porch. I know I'll do that because it's finally, spring, and I live in Florida, so it's finally, the time of the year for a little bit that you can get outside. I don't really get outside that much because my health prevents me from being able to walk very far. I do exercise and all, but I can't walk a long ways. And so I like to sit on my back porch and read. I did that the other day for the first time in a long time. So anyhow, I'll have this link down below for you. And then I also told you, I told you I was going to tell you the 2 readathons I am participating in. And so I am going to participate in Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, Dr. Seuss readathon. I'll put the graphic right here, and so you can see. I will also link her channel down below, so you can go if you want to participate in it. And then I'm also going to loosely participate in another one. I'll also put, gosh, that drives me crazy. I'll also put that graphic right here. I do not remember the name. Read Happy or something. M's book channel. I'll also have her link down below, and she's got lots of co-hosts. But I'm going to loosely participate in that one because I'm pretty sure some of the books I read will fit some of those prompts. So anyhow, those are the 2 April readathons I'm going to participate in. So yeah, that is everything that I have for you today for my April TBR. I'm so excited that it is finally spring, and I got some new book shirts. Well, just one. I've got some more coming. And my room is all ready, and so anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.